So
that was why you're chasing me, right?
we have quorum.
The recording's on.
So I would like to start our meeting off with a call to order, statement, and roll call. Statement first is the Housing First Subcommittee meeting is now commenced. It is September 26th at 4:09. This meeting is being held virtually due to COVID-19 to allow for social distancing and protect the public health. As we continue our efforts in meeting remotely, we ask all commissioners and guests to mute yourselves until called upon to speak to avoid feedback and background noise. For those who have dialed in using call-in numbers to unmute to speak, dial *6 on your phone. Also, prior to speaking, please announce who you are briefly to identify yourself. As a reminder, this meeting is being recorded. We ask that you only use the chat function to request to speak or to announce that you are leaving the meeting so that we can track quorum. Also, to comply with the state open meeting law, attendance and votes will be done by way of roll call using audio, not by using the chat function. Call to audience. If there's anyone who is listening or wants to have 3 minutes to speak. All right. That's a no. Roll call I'm Mindy and I am here. Wendy. Okay. Mark Clark.
Here.
Good. Wendy Asher.
Still here.
Okay. I see you. I don't know. Yeah. So we've got our quorum. Did any of you, did Mark or Wendy, did you have a chance to read the minutes from July and August?
I was not at the meeting, so I didn't. Well, I looked at them, but I don't know whether they were accurate or not.
I was not in July, but I was in August. Did you miss both July and August?
No, I think I was at one of them.
I think you were too. I think you were in August.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks. Wendy, were you at the July meeting?
I believe I was, but I have not had a chance to look at the minutes.
Okay. So, let's table the approval for July. I was not there. Mark was not there. You were. That August, I was at. Wendy, have you read August yet?
I did not read any of them. I apologize.
Okay, no worries. Do we want to take time now to read them or table approval of the minutes till our next subcommittee?
I'd suggest just tabling them until our next meeting. Maybe resend them out to us so that we don't lose them in the email piles.
Okay. I can live with that. And Allison Chapel, it's all yours. What's the update?
All right. So the Housing First update is Brandy is actually in Austin right now visiting the Community First Village in Austin, Texas. If you guys would like me to shoot you the link of kind of where she's at. I'm happy to put it in the chat for everybody. She called me yesterday. She went by and did like a little drive-by to make sure she knew exactly where she was going, and she was so inspired. Her exact words were, "My heart is so full. We need this." So she's there right now. She's going to take a ton of pictures and just kind of share with us, you know, and see if this is something we can implement here. But she is just absolutely stoked about it. She thinks that, you know, she just hearing her joy and how excited she was, like, it just sounds like an amazing place. So that is the first update. She also is meeting with the interim city manager of Austin. And so they were kind of discussing brainstorming. So I haven't talked to her since she did that, but that's kind of some of the big things that she's doing there. Another thing she wanted me to share is about MDOT. The rollout is planned for November 1st, 2023. Implementation meetings are taking place with multidisciplinary outreach team members and agencies. This involves the City of Tucson, CBI, Old Pueblo Community Services, and El Rio. And then the update for Wildcat is Wildcat has really transitioned to a family that's a shelter that's serving most families with small children. We have about 43 kids on property currently, ranging in age from infants to, you know, 17, 18-year-olds. We have about 8 either school buses or private vehicles that come and pick kids up, you know, that are working with McKinney-Vento. We have a couple handy cars that pick kids up here. So it's just really nice to see, you know, after school, the kids all come out and play games, shoot basketball. It's really turned into a little community. So it's absolutely wonderful. We have Amazon open as well. That functions mostly for elderly that are experiencing homelessness and emergent situations when there's room. This property is just on loan to us until early 2024, we're assuming. We've been working very hard getting the nights in ready to hand over to Pima County. When we purchased this property, it needed a lot of work, a lot of repair. So we've been in there doing all kinds of plumbing work and multiple other things. But we're at the cleaning phase now and room setup phase. So we're hoping to hand over the keys on Monday, October 2nd. And that's really been a labor of love, getting that up to the standard where we can, you know, place folks in where they can, the rooms where they're up to code. A lot of the rooms were not up to code when we got it. There were no smoke alarms, little things like that that are important to put people in there safely. So we've been working hard on that. The shower trailer is up and running. We are going to multiple places in Tucson. Some of those include Caridad Kitchens. We're there every Monday from about 1 to 4. We do Primavera Drop-In Center, Casa Maria, Zion City Church over on Ruthroff, St. Francis we're at every Tuesday. We went last week for our first time at the 4th Avenue Coalition and we're able to use their space, and we're going to go back out this Thursday. We're also doing Goodwill Metro. So we are really kind of enjoying that now that we're able to go out 5 days a week. This month, we actually went out every day except one day. I think last Thursday was our one day off of the shower trailer, but people are really seeming to enjoy that. They're taking advantage of the opportunity to have a place to shower. And this shower trailer, I know, Mindy, when you were here, you saw the Salvation Army one, but the shower trailer that the city purchased does have an ADA unit. So we're able to offer showers to folks with mobility issues. It has a fold down bench seat and also a shower wand. So it's pretty cool. It's a pretty neat little thing. Our heart program and crowd to home are fully functional and doing great. Brandy said we should have solid reporting by mid-October. Housing First has transitioned one navigator into working at the Pima County Transition Center, the module that serves as a resource access point for those released from booking. There are plans to provide one additional navigator to the module staff. We will also be recruiting for one crowd to home and one coordinated entry navigator in the near future. And we were conducting interviews for a grant writer and bringing on a budget manager. So that's pretty much all the stuff we got going in the Housing First department.
I'm tired.
Yeah, it's a lot, but it's absolutely a labor of love, and I'm one of the folks that just love it. I love being able to come here every day and see the kids and serve the families that we're helping and the individuals that we're helping. So I mean, we also do have a homeless work program that picks up from Wildcat 3 days a week.
Who's doing that?
That we do, Old Pueblo Community Service is the one that does the homeless work program, but I coordinate the pickup. We do a lot of lottery of people that can go. And so when we do the homeless work program, we also are a pickup point for people on the street that are wanting to come in and work, so they don't have to be staying at Wildcat to be picked up.
So you probably aren't doing anything with Southside, right?
I don't what do you mean?
Southside Presbyterian Church has a worker day labor program.
No, I didn't even know about that, but I will absolutely look into that.
Primarily, I think targeted at refugees, but not entirely. So, but yeah,
Okay.
we've got one. They're down at 10th and 10th Avenue and like 23rd Street, I think.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you for that.
Allison, you had mentioned clothing for people after they shower,
Yes.
and you have plenty on hand, or would you want?
We always take more. I do have a lot at the moment. Like I said, when they did the veteran stand down, they donated all the clothes that weren't taken. So I have a lot of clothing at the moment, but I mean, at this point we went yesterday to Caridad Kitchens, and I think in 3 hours they did 30 showers. So we're gonna go through it quite fast. So I'm always willing, happy, would love more.
Okay. I will see what I can do about that. There's a lot of clothing that they sort through that is missing a button or may have a small hole or a small stain that get donated out. So I don't,
Yes, absolutely.
yeah, I will work on that.
Wonderful. I would appreciate that. That would be great. Thank you.
Welcome. That is, if there's nothing else, Allison, any other questions for her? Dear Mark? No.
Nope.
Okay, we have come to the end of our agenda other than next steps. Anything that people, either one of you would like to add for our next agenda meeting? I would like to add something to the agenda. And that would be more of a discussion on how to get more housing first programs up and operational in Tucson. What strategies we can come up with to make that happen. Are you all comfortable with that as an agenda item for next month?
I would say a little broader than that. I'm curious because I assume there are other housing first style programs operating in Tucson. It'd be interesting to hear if there's like if I'm right about that, or and if I am, if we could figure out a way to get an inventory of them so that we would know who else is doing that kind of work. And it's possible that Brandy and the city staff have that information already. I'm not aware of it either. So
that's a good one to throw on Allison. But yeah, let's put that on the agenda to have the city inventory housing first. The only one that I'm aware of, Mark, is Old Pueblo Community.
That's also the only one I'm aware of, Mindy. I don't know. That would probably be a Brandy question.
Okay.
Um,
That we can set that up on the agenda as who else is doing housing first in Tucson. Inventory. I still would like to keep the agenda of how do we, after we get that inventory, I'd like to still be able to discuss how we as a commission can help move more housing first programs to be built and developed in Tucson. If that's okay. Yeah. That's because I have ideas and I want to talk about them. Anything else? Any other agenda items for next month? Okay. If there are no other agenda items or comments, then I think that we are at a place where we can adjourn.
Oh,
Because
Second,
have a good couple of weeks and I'll see you guys later. Thank you for
Okay.
joining.
thanks,
Thank you.
Mindy.
everybody.
Adorable.
Bye.